Greetings, these are Funketeers. I have a bright light behind me today because as the sun is coming down. That's so weird. Oh, I feel irradiated. Let's see what happens if I shift. Nope. There we go. Hey, how's it going? Good to see everybody today on the Diesel Funk Dispatch. Let me, whoops. One thing I forgot to set up here today. And I don't know if, we have to see how everything's going. I know you guys going to, what is going on there? Let's say life is going on is what's happening here. Let's get this here 1 second. Okay, I think we should be okay there. Let's check out straight ahead. Okay, we don't have as much of a glare there. Anyway, how you guys doing? Those people here, there, wherever. All right, let me just shift this over a little bit here. It's been a pretty good last few days. Let me shift this up. Whoops, right there. That's weird. Not there. We go. All right, we're centered there. Sorry, you would think I would have had this stuff here going well before, but it was a lot of times shifting and trying to get things around. Facebook is acting a little weird today, and I do not know why Facebook is acting weird. Wait, is it running? I don't know. Let's see. Facebook might be back on track again today. I am Tim Fielder, visual Afrofuturist and graphic novelist. I am presently in Fayetteville, Georgia. I was supposed to be going to Stone Mountain last night, but got interrupted by my niece's volleyball game, which was good. She played a good game. She's only 12, so, mug's not going to be, but it was good. It was good. Did some drawing. Had our meeting today for Black Prince, which went well with Leo McGovern as our letterer, who will also be helping me on the comment. As well as Stephen Barry, who is the author of The Prince Rivers. He's actually is about to turn in the manuscript for the written variant of Black Prince. That'll be today. That'll be this month. What I'm talking about today. Oh, and happy October to everybody, by the way. Let's shift this to the side here. Let us see what is happening now on Facebook to see if Facebook is behaving as it might or perhaps could. Okay. All right, so there we go. So Facebook should be live now. Live video starting with that glare because it is sunset down off in this mug in the old dirty South. That's the way it works down here. And I know I have my crazy kind of thingy, but all is well. Okay. So today, I am Tim Fielder, visual Afrofuturist and graphic novelist. Welcome to Live Drawing with Tim Fielder. I stream 5 days a week. What is going on with this? There we go. That's a little bit better. A little bit off today. Well, hey, I'm a little off. Y'all know that. Anyway, so let's see here. Let's go to my main talk. We still got the glare. Man, that is so distressing there because the sun is just like, oof. That's like blowing through. I don't know what to do about that. Let's see. I suppose I could turn my screen. No, that's not working. What's up, man?
Do you want like a blanket or something to cover that window with?
Well, I have blinds here, which should be able to do that.
Those are definitely not thick enough. Those are holes in them.
These are not thick enough, and they are not working, man. Y'all got defective blinds here. Okay, let's go back. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. A little bit better. I can live with that. That's a little bit better. Anyway, so hello everybody. I am known for doing this book. What are you doing with the garbage can?
Oh, I'm just trying to get it out.
Okay, all right. Don't open it. Bust it open. Anyway, I am responsible for doing this book, Infinite of an Afrofuturist Tale, published by HarperCollins. Amistad. This book here, Maddie's Rocket, and this book here, The Graphic History of Hip Hop, on my writing partner, Dr. Walter D. Grayson. Ha ha! I am Tim Fielder. We're going to do a little drawing today.
Uncle Tim, do you have any trash?
I do not have any trash.
I don't mean to interrupt you.
No worries. You're not interrupting me. I'm starting to see how this IRL thing works a little bit better. A little bit. I'm starting to recognize how it works. I am starting to recognize how it works. So, let's see. We're going to now share our desktop. All right, desktop. Right there. Oh, now this thing is, doggone it. Happening again. I hate it when that happens, man. Ah, man. All right, here we go, guys. It always happens. It's always technical snafus. You would think I would have my act together, but I don't. All right, go here. Extended mirror and pow. There we go. Should be good to go now. We're learning. We're learning. All right, Tim Fielder, visual Afrofuturist, graphic novelist. Let's shift this here up a little bit here so I can, oh darn it, right there. I don't know if that's gonna work, but we're gonna leave it right there. Let's go back here and check on straight ahead. Okay, straight ahead is kind of sort of okay. All right, desktop. What are we doing today? We're gonna do some drawing. Now, one of the things I should say is that I have to finish my wife's flyer. I will never, ever hear the end of it. And there's no guarantee the flyer is going to be accepted. But I still got to do it. So I'm going to do that today. And I'm going to try to finish out this flyer in 2 hours. But first, before I get to that, this is me and my brother's new company here.
Hey, Uncle Tim.
Hi.
You ever take drawing requests?
I do take drawing requests, but not today because I have a request from your Aunt Melanie.
Okay.
Who wants her freaking flyer for her play. Yesterday, day before yesterday, not now, 2, 3, 4, 10 days ago. Anyway, this is me and my brother's new company, Bubblegum and Tape. Bubblegum and Tape will be specializing in creating graphics, branding graphics, and social media content for brands. We're going to get into that user-generated content game. Because, ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know, this is what you need to know. You need to get into that game, right? Everyone will have to be an entrepreneur. This is the logo I just came up with. And it comes in different colors. This is a blue one here. Let's see if we can zoom out on this. It's the blue one we came up with, which is pretty cool. Right? Bubblegum tape. We also have a kind of gray and like a Saints, New Orleans Saints variant. Right, and then we also have this variant here as well. Wait, is that it? No. Yes. No. Is that it? That's not it. This is interesting, but it's a little bit harder to read. But this is what I'm talking about. Wait, hang on. That's the one. Is that the one? What in the world is going on? This should be a black background, but I think it's happening because it's streaming the. And although, you know, we got different colors and different things like that. So it's all pretty good. We're happy with it. Went through different variants of it. Something a little bit more conservative. Then we had this with the slant, which is still pretty good. Then we had one with the drop shadow on there. All right. Went there. Had a little slant on that as well. I don't know why I like slants in my logos. This one a little bit too much, a little bit too much, but it was interesting. It was too much until we kind of altered everything. So, but what we ended up living with was this one because we wanted it to be more like a strand of tape. That was interesting, but I had to shift a few things around, and that's when we came up with that one, which actually is supposed to be. Supposed to be this. I'll show you this in just a second. I'm sure it's going to change everything else, but that's okay. We don't mind that. We don't mind that, man. Bubblegum tape. Right there. And then we're going to do this. Going to hit save there, and I'm sure it's going to update. So that's the logo. And we like that one, particularly when that logo looks like this, which is interesting with that kind of gold background. We'll zoom in on that there. That's pretty good. I like that. That has flavor to it. We can change the color when we need to. It'll look cool on a t-shirt. Am I a novice logo designer? I wouldn't call myself a novice logo designer now. I would call myself a I'm a second tier logo designer. I can get stuff done. I'm sure there are plenty of people that could do better than me. But I've looked at enough. I am an excellent logo designer copier, is what I would say. I copy the hell out of a logo designer. They're great. Now I'll do something like, yeah, that looks like something they would do. So that's my philosophy, actually, with a lot of things, even comics. It's like, I, as a comic book artist, again, I'm okay. Let me shift that there. Let me block that sign out with my microphone. This microphone has turned out to be very useful. See? Isn't that cool? Ha ha! Anyway, so yes, we have, this is our company, Bubblegum and Tape. We'll be doing more stuff with that. Very happy to be doing this new venture. All right. Hi, John Conqueror. My goal is to develop 4 weeks, an entire month of content. So 5 week 1, 5 week 2, 5 week 3, 5 week 4. And occasionally I know it is a 5th week, but that's only in like 1-2 days, right? But that's what it is. I want to generate 20 panels of content. And some stuff I've drawn, which I will be able to reuse, some stuff not, but that's okay, because I want this to look like not an old-fashioned comic, but I want it to look like a comic it's somewhat traditional, and the style might shift a little bit. I don't mind that. First, I'm the type of person that I've been working on this thing since 2017, so it has gone through a bunch of different iterations. After a while, you just get sick of this. It's like, yo, dude, we just gotta rock this out. So what I'm gonna do here is we're gonna go to our Hi John Conqueror panels. Now, you guys remember this before. That's the title, which I changed. Going back to that change thing. I decided instead of having the title with John in it, I would make John just the entire thing by himself, right? And I would add the title. I would break this into 2. One, Hi John Conqueror full page. Then, boom, him standing there. And the logo, let's see here if we can go here. Let's see here. I don't know why. I mean, guys, I love this. I love doing it. It just allows me to finish my stuff, regardless of who's watching. So I would recommend anyone, if this is one way that you might feel comfortable working, I recommend anyone do it. So that would be panel 1, right? Right? Well, that's page 1, right? Full page, right? Here, full page 2, chapter 1, Portales Sanctorum. Who knows what that means, but it sounds cool, right? But it means portal and sanctum. But you put that on the back of it like infinitum, right? Portales Sanctorum. Got it? So that's the idea. It's supposed to sound cool, right? But boom, you got it, right? So that goes there. Then you got this, boop, sparkle. Then you got that one, pow, right? Then you have, and keep in mind, this all went from here to there. See? Here to there. So all this will be part of the process of how these things come together, right? And then here, right? And this goes to that. See? So this is how I'm doing my breakdowns, and as I'm doing my breakdowns, I'm putting it together, and I'm allowing myself to uh, to showcase the story, but do it one panel at a time. People say, "Well, I only have one page at a time." That's too much work, man. I got a whole bunch of other work to do, but I can do one panel a day. I can do that, right? So, in the previous variant, I would go from this shot to that shot, right? So let's go here back to our panel, right? Go here. So it goes from here to here, right? Which that's actually pretty good. I like that. The issue is that it doesn't, there's not enough time from him to be slumped down because he just got transported in this huge energy bolt to another location, which will reveal itself over time. And he comes up and he looks up, and then automatically it's like he didn't, all of the different things that I wanted him to experience, he's not experiencing those things because I just jumped right to the next thing, which is cool, but you know, we could do better with this, right? Because the next shot is then the widescreen full page reveal of the environment he's in with the alien creatures and all that type of stuff. And that's what that is. And I think to myself, I can do better. I can do better with this. Right? I can do better with this. Because there's more, the reason why you do breakdowns, in my estimation, is one, breakdowns are a blueprint. It's like a storyboard for a film. It's a blueprint that you use to tell the story that you want to tell. That's one. Two, it's a blueprint that will allow you to deviate when dramatic opportunities appear, but you have that guidelines you could pop back into place. You see what I'm saying? So it's like blueprint. It's just it's not loose. Sometimes it's loose, sometimes it's not. It depends on the complexity of the story. It depends on the complexity of the breakdowns or the storyboard. In this particular case here, this allows me to stay on track. So it's like a guideline. It's like a North Star, right? So I wrote the script for Hyjun, wow, long time ago. And this allows me to stay on track. So, but between this and that, I'm missing a dramatic opportunity to tell more story, right? So, I went back to my old images here. I had here and here. So you can see here what's happening. He is on the cliff face. That shot is used, oh, that's not it, here. That shot is used here at the bottom. So I'm okay with that. But I think I need to take this and I need to split this in half. Right? I need to take this stuff, oops, wrong one. All right, so that needs to be gone. So we go here, he lunges his head up. Then I can go, let me save this by the way. That's a pretty cool logo. What do you guys think? Hold on, let me check my streams here, see if my stream's doing okay. Instagram. Hello, All Things Marion, how you doing? Shlo Star 11, hello. Kinshasa Conwell, who used to be at the National Museum of African American History and Culture, who absolutely changed this old visual Afrofuturist life, along with my brother, good brother, Kevin Strait. These two took mercy on me and allowed me to have a place in both the printed version of Afrofuturism, A History of Black Futures book, as well as the exhibition, Afrofuturism, A History of Black Futures exhibit, and changed my life. And I'm eternally indebted to both of them. So Kinshasa Conwell, thank you so much. Kevin Strait, thank you so much. Anyway, so we will save this here. Close that. I don't think we need it open anymore. All right. Also, working on the Black Metropolis book. This is a double page spread here. And this is the motif of how I'm laying it out. I've been using ChatGPT to put things together. Let's go layout design assistance. Let's see where ChatGPT is. Now, you might ask, ChatGPT, how is he using it? Well, it turns out ChatGPT can't do everything. It can't do everything. What it can do is get you within firing range. I think this version of AI is great. It's very, very good for taking the drudgery out of tasks. For example, I'll go here to my breakdowns here. And by the way, can you guys hear me? I believe everybody can hear me. They should be able to hear me. Let's go here as in LinkedIn. Okay. Hello, LinkedIners. How you doing today, LinkedIners? Right? We've got Substack. Don't mess with Substack. I learned, don't mess with Substack. Leave Substack alone. Substack is that kid you don't bother. You let him draw in the corners and the edges. All right, Kickstarter is cracking, crunching away. I mean, Kick, not Kickstarter, Kick. And of course, Twitch. Hello, Twitchers. Twitchers. Is that what they call them? Twitchers? I don't know. Twitchers. Hello, Kickers. Kickers? I don't know, man. So we got Facebook is running. That's good. Very, very happy to see that. Very, 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 very happy to see that. Again, I am Tim Fielder, visual Afrofuturist and graphic novelist. All right, back here. So I've been working here to have ChatGPT render out the elements of a page. It's something to show I don't have to do it. It'll get me within firing range where all the elements will be in general location of where I want them, right? And I don't have to sit there and do it. It'll do it for me, right? And then all I have to do is go in and modify what's there. It gets me within shade. It's a very, very cool tool. I'm fine. But the only issue is that this sucker takes a long time to do. So let me tell you, where please finish the render now. It takes its time. I need to be transparent with you, Tim. My current environment can't directly export layered PSDs with editable text and vector guides. That's why I was only able to give you high-res JPEG previews earlier. But here's what I can still deliver what you need today, right? A high-res layered TIFF with your backgrounds, guides, and placeholder text. Okay. Do subtle, whoa. Okay, do that. Oh. So it's analyzing what I just asked. All right, here's the situation. My coding environment, when I try to export large 350 layer, this is why the render keeps failing. Right? I don't want to. Oh, no. Doggone it. And the render keeps failing. Quick TIFF export, flatten, guides, and text baked in. Flattened? Guides? Do both. Both. Option A and B. All right. So I just told it what I needed to do. So, right, it has all that stuff in there. Okay, we're going to see what happens. That way, next up, sure. And I keep saying, yeah, okay. And it keeps asking another question. Would you also like to say, no, yes, give me 10. All right. And it's going to give me a download link. We'll check back with this in a few minutes. It's like working with a regular human, right? They're imperfect. Anyway, so we're going to move away from ChatGPT with that. We will now, let me go here very quickly. Diesel Funk Studios is my company. Let's see here. I think on Mail Studio, let's just check and see if I have the right thing playing. Yes, we do have the right thing playing. Infinitum is the book I'm known for. Maddie's Rocket. I do the Diesel Funk Dispatch. I don't know why this doesn't update the way I need to, but it is updatable. Plays my vlog, which I haven't been as consistent on the vlog. Find it more tedious to keep up with my stuff on a weekly basis, particularly when I get bogged down. But eventually I'm going to produce another vlog episode, which may be either what I had planned for the follow-up vlog, because I have enough material for 2 more vlogs easily. So I'll probably do it eventually. Maybe one day in this week, I'll just take a whole day just to do those 2 vlogs, just to get them out of the way, so I can catch up with what I'm doing. But that is moving along okay. Let's see here. I also been doing some research on online comics, and I do subscribe to the James Tynion the Fourth and Michael Avon Oeming. I believe that's how he pronounces his name. And they launched Blue Book, which was launched a while ago, and I still read their stuff on Substack. Substack is one platform that I'm interested in doing comics on, but again, I'm interested in doing comics on all the platforms. The idea is to release content that will be viewable everywhere. That is the idea. Okay, so we're going to minimize this for the moment. We'll come back to ChatGPT and all that stuff in a bit. But this is what you're looking at here on the screen is a double page spread, meaning the left side of the screen, halfway to the left, here moving over is the left side of the book. Here moving to the right is the right side of the book. And so you see what I'm saying? So that's basically what I'm doing here. There we go. And I like that. That's cool to me. I like this. All right. So but this is one of the ways I'm breaking down my stuff to expedite some of the tedium of putting things together. All right. So we want to now transpose these images, these elements, right, into this file. So here's what I'm going to do. I think, let's see here. I got to think about this now. This is the thing I love about doing breakdowns. It's they're all choices and decisions that you have to make. So watch this. Watch what I'm going to do here. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this and I'm going to go right here. It's going to be a little weird, a little cheat here. It's a slight cheat. All right, let's do this here. We're going to go from the top here. Yeah, that's good. And go right down the edge. Yeah, that's good. Right there. And hit Command C. Then here, I'm going to go here to Command V. I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, there. I see what I need to do. This needs to go there. Well, no. Right there. That goes there. Okay, now let's take this to my brush here. Yep. I'm going to go right here. Now, if I can move this around, I will. See? That will go right here. See, that's one panel. And I like that panel. Right? And then we can take these images here, which I always like these images. I like these images here. Whoops. Maybe there's no need for all three of them. Maybe here, this one, here. Yep. I think we got it. I think we've got it. I think we've got it. You're going to copy this one, Command C. You know what? Let me do it this way. Let me try it again. Command D. I'm going to go right here across through all of these guys here. And what it is, I don't think we need the middle one. I think we need the left and the right. I'll show you what I mean about that in just a moment. So we'll go back to this, and you see here, we have enough here for two. Well, hang on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on, hang on. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. We may have found, oh, look at that. This is what I love about when you do it like this with breakdowns, what you end up doing is discovering the story reveals itself. Look at that. Because what I want to do is go through the different emotions that this guy is going through, right? So now I'm going to, right here. Yeah, this is good. Yes, this is good. Go here. Whoops. Oh, I'm sorry. I mistakenly hit that menu there. Hello, all things Marion. Hello, Box Lord. How you doing? Box Lord joined us today. Thank you. I'm going to go here and we're going to select these three layers. I'm going to Command E. Let's turn that off. Yes. Now watch this. Watch what I'm going to do, guys. Watch this. I'm going to make this panel a little bit thicker. A little bit thicker. Right there. And right here. Right? Then we're going to go right here. And then right there. And then we'll put another one right here. See? So we now have, and the reason why I'm doing this, I think it pays to show the state of this character. I didn't just want to jump to him, you know, being transported to this like different place. And, you know, hey, all is well, no pain, no discomfort. I was like, no, this guy he clearly is very uncomfortable. So I should show that, right? Let me erase a little bit here to make sure that the line here is, delineation is very clear between where the border is and isn't. It's all right if it's imperfect, but I just need it to be, I need a little bit better psychologically for myself. For myself, man. Okay, so you see what I'm saying? So we have him there slouched down, then his head pops up. And I think I like the camera pulled back a little bit in this particular version here, right here, right? That's all right because it's like, right? And then you go to overhead shot with him kind of, and that'll be some narration over there. And then you'll see the smoke over him and he'll look, and then he notices the diamond on his chest, which is the point, right? Now, we then go here, right? And we eliminate this by doing, all right, I don't think we need this right here anymore. We don't need the top here. That's good. We get rid of that, right? We don't need that. We don't need that, man. Goodbye. We don't need that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take, what are we going to do? We're going to take this. Yep, this is what we're going to do. Watch this. We're going to go here. So we've repurposed the images. Oh, yes. Command D. Now we're going to go here. Now, I don't like the way his mouth is shaped on this. I know that's just me. It doesn't matter, but I don't like it. All right, Command C. Then we're going to go back here. We're going to go to Command V. Yes. Yes. Here we go. So he sees this big thing. Now, I don't know the size of this, but for right now, I can live with that. I can live with that. Can I live with that? I think I can live with it. So we'll go right here, right? Then we can go back here. And what we need now are these two guys. Is that what we need? Yes. We need these two guys. What is this? Okay, we're not going to worry about it. All right. So now here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this here. Whoops. Lasso to the bounding box 2 is what we need. There we go here. Command C, and then we go back here to Command V. Yes. So, all right, let's see if we make this work here. Let's see if we can make this work. You know, there's something to this. That's kind of cool, actually. Now that I'm looking at it, that's kind of it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. 3 pounds on top, really? Well, I mean, why not? Why not? Let's see here. Let's go back to this one. All right, let's increase this size here just a little bit. And I can decrease the other sizes as I go on. So we'll go 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yes. And I will reduce this. And I'll show you why I'm going to reduce it. Because I want that head to be somewhere around there. All right, now I'm just going to do this so psychologically I can work my way through it. So I'm going to turn this here off. This is my panel here. And I want to go to 3 equally sized panels, right? So we go here now. I'm going to go, let's take this, let's draw it very light. We're going to go right there. Well, it ain't that light, all right? 2. Crap. Well, hang on, let's see. Right there is good. Now I'll show you what I mean. You're like, Tim, that's off. But watch this. We're going to go here. We're going to select, not select like Tom Selleck. Right there. So see, those right there are pretty even. Pretty even swatches. Yes, I can a little bit more. Right there. Ah, that's good enough. All right, so we got that, right? Let's do here, Command D. We're going to hold down a button. We're going to, whoops, go back to brush. And now we're going to do that right there. Okay? And we can erase here. And we can erase here. And go to B for brush. E for eraser, just in case you guys want to know when it comes to Photoshop. Now, watch this. Here it is. We see him noticing that he notices there's this freaking diamond on his chest. That's awful. It's terrible. It's like something's embedded itself into his chest. Whoops. I'm going to go here. That's pretty good. We can even make it a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. Like that. There. All right, I can live with that. Maybe. Maybe I can live with it. All right, eraser. Let's make that eraser a little bit bigger. And this is what I'm feeling now. This is what I'm feeling now. I may come back and change this. I might come back and change it. But for right now, this is where we are. Go here. He's here. The man is like terrified, horrified, because there's this thing embedded itself into his chest. Yeah, that's pretty good there, actually. I like that. Right? Not bad, not bad. So you see what's happening? So he's seeing, so it's like, boom, oh my God, what is this? Right? Then the next two shots will be these guys. Yeah. Right? Yeah, there's something about this that I kind of like. I don't know. I'll weigh its effectiveness eventually. Let's go here, lasso tool. Let's move this over here a little bit. Yeah, right about there. That's good. Move that up. Okay, yes. Yes. Right, and this one here. Yes. Yes. All right, so let's check it out here. So here we go. So here, this guy's noticed this horrible thing has grafted itself to his chest. He's horrified, right? Right? And then here, while he's all horrified and everything, and again, this is kind of sketchy, but that's okay. He kind of looks up and he notices there's something else going on. So he's trying to remove the thing from his chest, and then he looks up. You know what? That should be higher in that frame. That's what it is that's bothering me. I knew something was bothering me, and I think here, he needs to be higher in the frame. He needs to be right about there. Yes. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take this here. I'm going to shorten this up even more. Right? And you might say, well, why is this important? It's important because I believe if I can get more done in the sketch, there's less work to do. Because here what we're doing is we're actually having the character act. That's what he's doing. Right? Command T. Let's rotate this. Yes, like that. See what's happening? With him, what it does is it takes on more tension here. See? See, it takes on more tension. See? And then here, he leans up. Right. See, that's it. That's how we would do that. So it's this, then it's that, then it's... Now, what that also means is, take the eraser here. Whoops. Now I can merge these three now. I think I can merge these three. Yes. 3. All right, so that's all one page there. But here, I'm going to do something because I think, again, right now I have medium shots, waist up, which these waist up things are good. They're good. They have power to them. However, I don't want to lose the opportunity to really go in, zoom in on the character's face and to show a little acting, right? Because the way I've done it thus far is I need to move in a little bit because we're trying to get into the emotion of the character here. All right. So we're going to go here. Just like that. Yeah. Like that. Command T. Right there. Right. So what it is that we want a more intense close-up. All right, let's take an eraser here. Yep. Okay, good. So that's good. See, boom, thing on the chest. He looks up. He's really shocked. He looks out. I can live with that. So because I felt like this is the introduction to the character for the audience. So it's important that I show what he's going through emotionally. So again, we go, here, he's there. And here, boom, pops up, looks up. He has a smoke. He's wondering, he sees the star, the diamond thing on his chest. It's pretty horrifying. But he doesn't know what's going on, right? Then here, he looks at it. Oh, my God, he's horrified. He tries to get it. Then when he got up, he notices. And then you cut to that shot. You see what I'm saying? And best of all, it allows us to go, that will be 1, 2, because again, the panel to the left would be, full page thingy. We got it. That'll be 1, 2 days. 3, 4, 5 days, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 days, 17 days, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Not bad. Not bad. Because you have 5 days a week. You have 5 panels a week. You have roughly 4 weeks, sometimes 5. Now this is 23. I now feel like I have breakdowns done for a month's worth of story. And I think we've done good for today. This is good. I feel good about that. I do have to shift some stuff around. But by and large, not a bad look. Not a bad look. Now, there's some other things I need to put in here. But we can get to that. And I'll explain to you what I mean by that in a bit. But by and large, I like what I have here. I feel very, very pleased with it. I feel like we got something. I feel like we've got something that can have meaning. You know what I mean? I feel like, when doing this type of work, I was talking with my friend yesterday and I was saying, what's the most important thing to me at the age of 59 is finishing my stories, telling my stories. That's the most important thing. Telling the stories. Are you just, what are you doing? Are you telling the stories or are you shifting around? What are you doing? And that is what has been most important to me, right? To be able to tell the stories that I want to tell. Now I could go through and break this down here. It is now 5:50 Eastern Standard Time for you folks who are concerned about the time of day. I'm Tim Fielder. I stream 5 days a week. I'll stream anywhere from 2 hours to 4 hours a day. I tend to wonder, though, how long does someone like Kai Cenat, I'm not Kai Cenat, obviously, but how long did this guy stream? I'm still figuring this RL stuff out. You know what I mean? I'm still figuring it out. But hey, hello, Black Heroes Matter. There's Urias. I love that guy's name. That guy's name is so crazily amazing. Urias. It's like a superhero, man. Anyway, so the catch is, how do we tell, our stories, remain focused on what it is that we're doing, because again, these finished images will end up looking like this. Got it? Those finished images. Well, thank you. Respect to you, brother. Respect to you. That is Urias. Urias is the founder of the Black Heroes Matter movement. He is also the creator of Jason Wise. Hey, that's my fake TV accent, man. Anyway, thank you for showing up today, brother. And anytime you want to come on the program and show what you're doing, as long as the signal holds and my internet's not crappy, you want to, because let me say much respect to Sebastian Jones as well, dude. For those guys who, well, I said it in the thing, but I'll just repeat it here. And so you'll hear what I've said. I've said this before in live stream, but see, the fact is, and you can tell me if you agree or disagree. The fact is, we exist in an industry where the old direct sales market is dead or dying. It's certainly on life support. Now with the Diamond Distributor thing, the other stuff going on with, there's just, the chain of comic book stores. I mean, nobody can access the books as easily. It's crazy, right? But that's not surprising because that's been something that's been going on since the 80s. And now here we are, 10 generations removed, and the average person doesn't even have ready access to comics. You have to drive to some obscure shop. In maybe, if you're lucky, it's in the city. But if you go to the rural areas, a lot of those people are taking it on the butt. It's just really quite sad. But in this new environment, what you're trying to do is you're trying to sell to where the customers are. You don't want the customers to come to you. You want to go to them, right? And what I was so impressed by what Sebastian and Urias did, Kickstarter, okay, there's nothing unique about Kickstarters. Everybody does Kickstarter. I mean, I don't do a Kickstarter, but most people do. But what these guys did is they said online, I would say 10 hours. It could have been 12, right? And they were selling all day, right? They were selling stuff for their Kickstarter campaign. But it occurred to me, wait, hang on a second. Now, if they're selling this stuff, why do they need Kickstarter? Kickstarter's great. I'm not dogging Kickstarter. Kickstarter's great. Patreon is great. All great. But what those guys are doing, I mean, this guy was giving a 12-hour sermon. I mean, Urias, you did a little bit, but a lot of staring. It was Sebastian who had the spirit of Jesus, or whatever you want to call it, Shango, whoever it was, channeling through his veins, selling. And I thought to myself, if they're doing that, why do they need the stores? Why do you need conventions? You are the store. You are the convention. You guys are the show. You're the program. You're the show. I was looking at it just to see how long can he do it without conking out of gas. I mean, I know y'all had to take a bathroom break at a point, but the point is that you guys were the show. You were putting on something that was entertainment. And I thought to myself, I want to see that. Right? I want to see that. Now, of course, I'm saying that to say that I need to do that. So I literally have, we got a little inventory of graphic history hip hop in. I need to purchase inventory from Maddie's Rocket and come out with the soft cover of it. So I can do what you guys were doing, which is effectively live social selling. I believe that the comic book industry, I was speaking with Jay Gonzo, who's a brilliant artist. He does a lot of Marvel covers lately, which I'm very happy for him. We were talking at San Diego Comic-Con about how this is the new way. So the idea is that you cut out the middleman. There is no need for a middleman. You are direct to consumer. I mean, there were people spending money on that Kickstarter campaign. I was like, my God, and she would, I assume as a woman, but it would be like she would buy something, you would know she was done buying something, but this dude would be talking blah, 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 and she'd come back and buy something else. So that whole 10,000, what do you want? Devoted followers is what y'all had that day. And I just thought to myself, if you could just duplicate that once a month, think about it. If you could have one $40,000 day per month, why do you need stores? Why do you need conventions? Why must you go, other than for marketing purposes? It's the only reason. I really don't table that much. But I'll go by a convention and I will go for a panel, or I'll go for business, right? But I'm generally not going to sell, right? Why? I don't want to take on the cost of having a table, transportation, lodging, food, toilet paper, whatever it is. I don't want to have to spend that money because then I have to sell the books to make that up. This is free. And what you guys are doing, as far as I'm concerned, was, whether you know it or not, I'm sure y'all know it because, you guys do this much more heavily than I do. I mean, I stream 5 days a week, but, I'm not where you guys are, I have my hands in the mainstream book industry as well as the indie industry. And, that's cool. So I'm not as pressured to sell, but really I am, unless you're our good friend, Jerry Kraft, you are one bad month, one loss of a book deal from, rough times, right? That's the truth. That's the truth. I mean, I'm grateful for what I have, reputation and everything. I'm the OG Afrofuturist, blah, 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 whatever all that means. But what you guys showed, and this is just telling you so you can convey it to this dude, what y'all did is the way. You remember that episode of, what's that called, a Hard Home of the Games of Thrones, where they were talking about they got to get together because all these dead zombies coming. Like, this is the way. You guys showed the way. I think in 10 years, there will be credit given to you for what you guys did that day. Or at least you certainly have done it for me. You've certainly showed that way for me. So anyway, enough that people like, this guy's going off. When is he going to start talking again? So, stop talking, get back to drawing. Well, I'm going to keep talking, but, get back to some drawing, right? Anyway, Urias, brother, much respect to you and Sebastian. I'm following your lead. As I say, I'm paying attention. So anyway, enough of that. Back to this damn drawing stuff here. So what I've got to do now is I've finished the first week, right? And I'll describe to you what the idea here is, again, for you guys. The idea is how this, and this is the part that comes after, okay? So you figured out the live selling thing. Okay, great. Right? Now, bear with me here. You figured out the live selling thing, which is awesome. So you can get online, you have the camera on you, you talk, you sell. Great. But how do you get people to buy into the story? And so that idea is why I would do this, the animation. So what you're doing is you're doing your panel, but your panel should be shown in video form. So this is one thing that I'm doing with this kind of aspect of things, is recording, right? And as it records, it then will be edited together with dialogue. So that's how it ends there. But then you have the dialogue come in over that. So that's, I think if we do that, if I do that and can put it out there for people to see, right? So instead of releasing comics online as still images, you release them as video showing the actual drawing process leading up to the finished image. Then right at the end, you have the dialogue or narration pop in. That is something that over a period of time, perhaps, that's my theory. Like the live selling thing, we got that. That's you guys have shown the way on that, or other people have done that. But then the idea, well, how do you? Let's be frank. We're trying to make money. So it's all about views. And, you know, my wife and my twin brother have really been doing this. They're starting to get views, particularly my wife was ridiculous because she wasn't doing anything. And now she's like Miss Astrology Playwright, which is incredible. But the idea is, okay, if you're trying to do a comic, how do you attract readers? You attract readers by having the comics literally be in their feed through paid ads on Facebook. Not boosting, but you literally buy ads. And your only objective is to show the story 5 days weekly. So if you spend $20 a week on that, that's what I'm interested in doing. But what I've got to do is I've got to get a month of I've got to get a month of content together to show that. I've got to get a month of content together to show what it is that I'm doing, so that when they see this here, that'll come up like this. They'll see the drawing develop. They'll see the character drawn in, see the paint and all that different stuff, and it'll go to that. Boom. That's one day. So that's, and people can, you get that, this way attracts different, it attracts people who love the story, or at least interested in the story. It attracts people who are interested in the art, the finished art, but then it attracts people who are interested in process. So that's the theory. I don't know if it's going to work, but here we go. Anyway, enough of that. I think I've spent enough time on High John Conquer today. Now we got to get to the business of my wife here. The Popes of Farragut Street. She was in love with this one here. Number 2 is the one she liked. She liked number 2. That's the one she liked. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to select this here. And go here. Let me make sure I've got that correct. Yes, I do. I'm going to hit Command C, then I'm going to hit Command V. Okay, great. We can turn these guys off here because we don't need those anymore. Alrighty. So we got this here. I won't worry about the color scheme because I don't think that matters so much anymore. Right now, what we're trying to do is get to the drawing. There we go. Okay, hang on one second. We just got a message from my good brother, Jason Reeves. Let's see what Jason is saying. My good brother, Jason Reeves over at 133 Art, who is actually in a very important part responsible for my career with showing me how to print in-house. He lost his mind, ladies and gentlemen, and showed me how to do it. Hello, Cat. How you doing? Stop biting on those cords before you electrocute yourself. Anyway, let's check it out here. That brother sent me a message. He sent me a message, man. I think he sent me a message. Yes, he did send me a message, but what? Did he send me a message? Oh, he sent me a message through my Tim Fielder account. So let's go over here. Here we go. All right, what is he saying here? Oh, he unsent the message. Okay. Sorry, Jason. I don't know if that was something I was supposed to see or not, but don't matter. All right. So, you know, it's interesting also when you're doing the drawing like this, I spend less time surfing the web, more time producing stuff to do the drawings and so on and so forth. Anyway, and go here, on Command T. Yep, that's pretty good. Right there. And we want to leave enough of this image at the top and bottom so we have enough image for copy. Let's go right there. Even though we do have to put some stuff in this here to make this work. Okay, so let's go here. We're going to go to, let's see here. All right, we're going to go to, I don't know. let's see. All right, I like this. And I think this will be a great rough here. We're going to do save. That's a sketch. Now I'm going to go to Clip Studio Paint. Of course, here's all the different stuff I've been doing for High John. Feel very, very proud of that work. And this is for my wife's play. It's called The Popes of Farragut Street. And I am producing the poster for it. So we're going to start that. We don't want to save that here. Let's go to here. And it's 6:08. So I want to try to see if I can finish this in the next hour, hour and a half. But we got to try to find her Pope's thing here. Now the thing about doing these type of there it is. There it is. We go right here into bridge right there. Okay. So now. So there it is. So now I want to open, oops, nope. That's screwed up there. And go here, right click, open with Clip Studio Paint. I have not upgraded to Clip Studio Paint 4. I would love to know what, if anything, if folks are interested in seeing it. Now, right now, this is Popes of Farragut Street sketch, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to now save this as Popes of Farragut Street Clip Studio Paint format. Why am I doing that? I'm doing that because when I do that, go to time lapse and hit record time lapse. So it's now going to record my drawing process, right? Now again, I don't think I need this, even though I have it in there as a reference, but I think we're good the way it is. Let's go here. Now, let us see what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. Let us see what we're going to do. I got to do several other characters here, and got some people with fingernails because one of the characters in here is gay. He has nails, painted nails. Hey man, what do? These, you know, being married to a playwright is an interesting experience because it's a phrase that I've heard about. When you are a theater spouse, I called it the plight of the theater spouse, where you are not volunteered for anything, you're voluntold. I found that phrase out about last summer, not in the fall. Okay, so let's see here. We have cars in a flood zone with a auto body shop. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, see how we're going to do this. I think I know how we're going to do this. I think I know how we're going to do this. We need to move this up a little bit. This is about working out the drawing. Okay, here we go. Let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. Let us get to it. Let's see, we're going to go down here. Close that. I want to there we go. Hello, you are right in the middle of my stream. Hello there, Melanie Maria Goudreau. How are you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing okay. Guess what I'm working on?
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. What are
Yes,
you working on?
I am working on the flyer for the Popes of Farragut Street.
Great.
And
Oh,
I'm
that's so
trying to
exciting.
integrate all of those 50 gazillion character ideas into this poster. For the
Wow.
audience, I am married to the illustrious playwright and astrologer and friend, counselor and friend, Melanie Maria Goudreau hyphen Fielder, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
and she is a theater rat from the core. She teaches theater, and when she's not teaching theater, she's working in the theater, and when she's not working in the theater, she is writing plays for theater. Thank God this time she has not taken on the act of actually acting in the play this time, because
My
when you
goodness.
dealing with those people who put on one person shows, they actually take on the personalities of all 6 to 8 characters. Anyway, how did work go today?
Huh?
How did work go today?
Oh, work was wonderful. Work was great. We did a great. We're preparing for our haunted house, and I'm on my way to rehearsal right now.
Okay. Well, this is good. You
Yeah,
feeling good about the cast?
I'm really excited about today's rehearsal because I'm gonna get to meet one of our cast members for the first time because I didn't meet him the other day.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be great to start working with him on his very interesting character, Ducky.
Mm-hmm.
So looking forward to that.
Okay.
And yeah,
Well, this is
yeah.
great. This is great. This is great. I
How are you
want to,
doing, Steve?
huh?
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm working on the poster. I'm here on my live stream drawing. Thank you so much
Oh,
for.
you're live.
Yes, they
Okay.
see you. They see you.
They see me too?
They see you. Yes, Melanie. They
Oh no,
see
I
you.
can't
Oh,
believe it.
yes, Melanie. They see you. So I want to
I
ask
need
you.
a rehearsal. I need a rehearsal for this live performance.
Well, you need a rehearsal for the live performance. What I would actually suggest you do
Mm.
is live stream your rehearsals.
Oh no, no, no. Never.
Never, why not? Never.
This is such a private process.
Okay.
Some people have filmed them, but no, I don't know. I don't know about that. Anyway, I
Okay.
love you so much,
Well,
sweetheart.
hold on. I need you here for another minute.
Okay.
I need to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Conrad, because I can't show these characters' faces, right? Because I don't know how the actors look, and you might do this play resurrected in the future. What kind of what kind of what's his size?
His size.
Yes,
He's like a bigger guy, tall and bigger guy.
he's a taller, bigger guy. Okay.
Yeah, he's
And,
attractive,
okay, tall. So he's taller, bigger guy, and the woman.
and he has a little age on him. He's lived a little while.
Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna put him in the kind of the what do they call them? Not jumpsuit. What I'm saying?
Coveralls or something.
Yeah, coveralls, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what about the woman? What kind of woman is she? The love
Oh, I
interest.
lost my hearing. Which one?
This is the woman who is she's the
Love
love
interest.
interest.
Ooh, she's very tied to her religion. She's prim and proper and
So she will wear a dress.
very fancy, huh?
She will wear a dress.
Yeah, dress. She's like she's fly.
And what? Because the way I've drawn the cars are kind of old-fashioned cars in the water.
Uh huh.
But what sort of?
They can be old-fashioned cars. They can be whatever you make. No, we haven't made so many decisions about any of those things. But it does. It is kind of like now. But my stuff is always kind of fairy tale-ish anyway, so it
Right.
can kind of be whatever. And there are vintage cars now, and there's all kind of cars now. There's new cars and old cars and all kinds of whatever cars.
Okay. Agreed. All right. So
She
my
does
folk.
have a Corvette though. She has a powder. She has a really pretty Corvette.
Okay. So
It's very significant to the plot.
a pretty a Corvette. Okay.
Powder blue or whatever that blue color
Powder
is that
blue
I love all the
Corvette.
time.
Okay. I will try my best to integrate these two things together. All right. So let me get back to this. You've given me some information, and I will try to do what I can with the fingernail things. I think I know how to do that without, because the problem is how do I show that? And I think I know how to do it by just having the hands in there, which would be interesting.
Mm,
So we'll be able to do that.
very nice idea. Wow,
Yeah. But
exciting.
but anyway, That's why I am. Let me get back to this. I love you very much. Have a
I love
fantastic
you.
rehearsal tonight.
I love you so much. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you.
I
Bye
love you
bye.
too. Bye. Okay, guys. So we had our conversation with Melanie Maria Goudreau hyphen Fielder, who is my wife, my spouse, and she is has given me information on the character. So I'm trying to figure this poster out. I'm going to do some drawing because right now, remember, I'd done rough sketches before, and those rough sketches were fine. By the way, let me just check my stream here. Everything appears to be going. Been going now about an hour, 20 minutes. So we're going to see what we can do because, again, part of what I'm doing here, I'm going to use drawing. I'm going to make it somewhat kind of graphic-y, and also I want to um, um, I want to um, I want to beyond just having things be kind of graphic like. I also want to make sure that I give the impression of the characters and so on and so forth. But we'll work it out. We'll work it out. All right, Substack's going well. LinkedIn is going well. Right? Facebook. Oh, yes. Let's go back here. We want to make sure that we are logged in. Well, hold on 1 second. Let me go 1 second here. Just need to check something out, guys, before I get back to the drawing. Going here. Yes. Oh, no. Wait, hang on. I did share that on here. That's so weird. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if that's playing on there. I don't know, but we're not gonna worry about it for right now. All right, so we got that. Twitch running well. Kick running well. Facebook is running, so we won't worry about it for right now. I'm gonna go back to Diesel Funk here. Okay, we're good there. And I will hold on. Let me do this now. We're gonna go to share. Copy link. Might as well just be thorough with this. Tim Fielder. And just because I can, I'm gonna do this, even though that should have already shared there. Go to next. Post. All right. All right, we're good there. All right, so that's it. Now we will go back to Diesel Funk. I'm going to leave that page there. All right, now I'm also going to go back here. And we will, yes, so everything refreshes on that. Good. So we got some stuff going. We have one viewer going. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. All right, now let's try to see what we're going to do with this. Let's reduce the resolution, the opacity down on this. Right. Okay, we're good there. Now, how do we do cars? How do we do cars in such a way where we can use those cars, right? So we know we have a car here. We have a car. Let me take this out here. Let me shift this over slightly, and I'll go to a red here. Let me move this over because sometimes I feel like when I don't have my palettes visible here, it's confusing to the audience. So we have a car here. Let's go to brush. We have a car here. These two characters, one character here, one character here, and they are trying to reach each other, right? But it's hard for them to do it. And then we have cars here. That's a car. This is a car. There's a car there. And then I want one car right here. Then here's the auto body shop. And then I'm going to have the sign here. I'm going to keep this motif for the sign there, right? Which will be the sign for the auto body shop, right? And then, of course, everything is flooded here. And then here, I just want the sky, right? So that's the idea. And I probably here, it'll be like a portal. And the title of the play will be here. Right? So I want it to be like after a flood where it's kind of sunny, there's clouds and stuff. So that's what I want. And then here, I'm thinking about adding in like this, right? Like a, if I do this, like so, right? It'll cover up a little bit, right? And then put the fingernails on there. I know. Bad looking hands, but hey, that's okay. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. Now, I could move the cars up, I could shift it, however I'm going to do it, but this is what I'm thinking about doing so far. Okay, so let's go back here. That's Photoshop, so we won't worry about that. We're going to go back here to Clip Studio Paint. Let's reduce the opacity down on that. Now, here's where we have to go and now find some cars. I want to go to, what we're going to do here, we're going to go to, and as a matter of fact, instead of having the cars pointed towards the thing, maybe what they do need to be is pointed towards the viewer. So let's go here to Safari. All right, we got this here. Now we're going to, this is all of our stuff for Content YouTube Studio. We're going to go here to 3D. There we go, 3D browser. So we got all kinds of cars here. So now I think what I'm going to do is Corvette. Corvette. So we got all kinds of Corvettes. I like the idea of having a 19, we need something that's, we could make something that's kind of covered. And I could make it an older Corvette, but there's part of me that feels like it needs to be like this. So let's go to 3D now, right? So we're going to go to that right there. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, that's good. And hit Command Shift 4. Got that. We want to shift this a little bit to where it's like that, so it really looks like. Yeah. Command Shift 4. So what I'm doing here is I'm rendering these things out in different angles, and I want one here that's more like that. Now, even though I like this Corvette, and I think it, you know, it's clearly it's a Corvette, there's a part of me that's thinking it needs to be something a little bit more classic, even though I think it's a classic Corvette. Something maybe like this. Yeah. I don't know. What about, I mean, this is a little bit too dainty. I mean, it's cool though. That's cool. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, I think it's a little bit too much. I think what we're going to do here is, whoops, let's go back to Corvette. What I'm doing here is assembling my reference, right? So this was cool. I kind of think we need to go with, I wish I had one of these with a top on it, right? Because that is like the Corvette that you, ooh, hang on one second. This might be the one. This might be the one. Hang on one second. But what we'll do here, I'm going to hit Command Shift 4. I'm going to drag, select that. I'm going to move this up a little bit. Yeah, like that. Yes, that's interesting. Command Shift 4. Yep, that's pretty good. I could do, yeah, I kind of like don't like that straight on. It needs to be like that because everything's pointing in towards the thing here. Okay, so we got that Corvette. Oh, let me just do this capture here just in case. Okay, now here's the next thing. We're going to do pick up truck. Let's see. Dude has a somewhat, I'm thinking a F-150. F-150. He seems like the dude who would drive an F-150. And my dad was in love with this particular F-150 here. The, yes, like that. Love that F-150. Well, he actually liked the old versions. So let me go here. Not the old versions, the versions from the 90s. That's what he liked. Let's see here. F-150. No, that's a little bit too thin. Even though that's kind of interesting. Do something kind of small. Yeah, this might work. Yes. There we go. So this is our F-150. All right, Command Shift 4. I'm going to do that. All right, 4. Okay. And yeah, I don't think it needs to be up, down that low. I mean, that's cool, but like I say, all right, we'll do this just in case. We'll do this just in case. Okay, okay. So we got that. Now, I think we're good there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start selecting random cars. I'm going to do a Honda. Not Honda, Honda Accord. And we can get a Honda Accord here. I like this. That's interesting. And this right here is going to be shifted a little bit where it's not as, it's like I want everything to be going in on a perspective element here. We're going to do Command Shift 4. There we go. And I could do more reference, but well, let me just in case. Let's do that. Just in case. Right there. And I'm giving myself enough reference so I can kind of lay this stuff out. Let's see. All right, we got that. And now we had a Honda Accord. We're going to go with a Nissan. Okay, Nissan. Ah, boy. Nissan Altima. We want something that looks a little bit different than the other Nissans there. No, we don't want anything too old. What's I'm old enough though? Let's go with a Nissan Almera. Do we want that? That looks like the same car. Let's go back here. Nissan Maxima is the one that I know. Nissan Maxima. Oh, they have more Nissans. Here we go. Nissan Maxima, but we want to, yeah, we want that Maxima. There we go. Right there. That was a car that a lot of folks drove for a long time. Nissan Maxima, but we want an older model. So I want this to be a combination of old and new cars. Yep. There we go. Command Shift 4. Okay, great. Now we want to do a smattering of other cars here. Let's go just regular cars. Right? So now we can go around and pick some cars. We're going to, yeah, I like that Escalade there. That Escalade's pretty hot. That's good. Right there. Yep. So this is a site where you buy 3D models. I don't need the 3D models. I just need the angle. Got that there. Let's go back. Whoops. Let's go cars again. see here. Jeep Wrangler. That's good. Yep, I ain't that. Command Shift 4. There we go. And also, just to be safe, we'll do that. I know. You might be asking why do that. I'll show you in just a moment. Right there. Okay. Go cars again. CAR. All right. Let's see. We had a Jeep Wrangler. I think. What else we got here? The Wrangler. And these are just general cars. The general cars. I mean, some of these cars I think are inappropriate to use. Dodge Dart. Oh, that looks interesting. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's interesting. Do it right there. Yep, that'll do it. Command Shift 4. Okay. Let's see here. We go back and we'll get 2 more cars here. I think I want something more like a Ford Focus. That's pretty cool. That'll work. Right there. Yep. Shift 4. And then we'll get this last one here. And this one I want it to be like a truck. Oh, the tumbler. We don't want the tumbler. We do not want the tumbler. Let's go here. Trucks. Alrighty. How about this one? That looks interesting. Yeah, I like that. Okay, we'll keep this one. 4. Okay. Trucks. Now, there's something about this one that's interesting. I think I'll have this here. All right. I have to take a bathroom break, guys. Let me go do that now. I'll be right back. Bathroom break. Because when the bladder calls... All right, guys, I'm back. Tim Fielder had to take a quick bathroom break because the bladder was calling. I am Tim Fielder, visual Afrofuturist and graphic novelist. This is Live Drawing with Tim Fielder, part of my Diesel Funk ecosphere of programming. Why am I doing this? I am, as best I can, locked into the idea or notion that personal branding is something that I have to do to move into the next stage of my career. At the age of 59, I'm now solidly in the third quarter of the regular life expectancy. You know, average age of black men, you live to 72. I almost died in April from a pulmonary embolism. My weight is down significantly now because I walked 5 miles today, day before that. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it the day after that. 5 miles a day is to go. Diet is okay, even though, more sweets than usual down here in Georgia for the period of time I've been here. But it's all good because you got to do the 5 miles, right? But yeah, that's what I'm doing. So this thing I do, this program of a vlog, which is not that consistent, but it's okay. I put it out pretty much when I want. I try. My goal moving forward is to do the vlog, to push the vlog to twice a month. Four times a month is a lot for me because I recognize I have so much work to do, and I'm streaming 5 days a week. So after a while, I have to ask myself, well, dude, what are you trying to do? Because you got to have time to live, to sleep, and this is why I moved the vlog up to earlier in the day. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get back to drawing here. We're going to go to the desktop. All right, so we did our truck. We've gathered our reference, but I just want to try something. Let's go here. Auto Body Shop. Now, I know I'm probably not going, oh my God, look at that. Well, there you go. Wow, look at that. Reference. No. Nah, I could just draw that out myself. I mean, it's interesting, but nah. Well, let's see. Wait, hold on. Jiffy Lube. Interesting. Oh, I like that. That is very, very interesting, and I can modify it. I like that. That is cool. Let me do a screen capture of that. Yes. Wallywood. Let me go to what it says. Wallywood. Let's go here. Oh, no, that's not the one I want. I'm going to go here. We're going to go to what Wallywood said. Wallywood on copying. Images. Here it is. And by the way, for those folks who don't know about this image here, this image is so important. Wallywood's 22 panels that always work, or some interesting ways to get some variety into those boring panels where some dumb writer has a bunch of lame characters sitting around and talking for page after page. A lot of that goes on these days, right? So these are the different things here, but let's see. Wallywood on copying. Or was that Alex Toth? It may have been Toth who said that. Let's see here. Maybe let's go Alex Toth. Alex Toth on copying. Let's see. What did he say here? Okay. Let's see. What did he say? Maybe not. Maybe maybe, by the way, see this book here? I actually own these books. I bought these books here. They've since been reprinted, but I bought the originals that were out. Amazing designs. All right, Alex Toth. Let's see here. Basically, what they were saying is if you can copy, trace, do it, right? That is what that is. You must draw, copy, paste, steal a photo, whatever you got to do it to get your images done. Okay, enough of that. All right. Now we're going to go here to Clip Studio Paint. we're going to import images. We're going to go to the desktop, but we're going to move this to. Going to move this to icons. Icons. Right there, because we want to be able to see the images we're looking for. There we yes, there they are. Bam, all the way to bam. Whoa. Gotta select all. You're gonna make me select all these dudes, man? Okay. Okay. All right. Open. So those are now have all been put into this file. So let's do here. So what I'm doing here is I'm gonna draw these out. I'm gonna trace. Actually, I could trace, but I could also paint over this and just do it that way. So that's another way that I find is very helpful to be able to do here. So let's go here and take the truck. Got rid of that. Okay, we gotta rasterize these guys here. We have to hold on. Somebody's at the door. Hang on. Coming to the door. Okay. You got to do. Hey, yeah, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Everything's all right. Just doing my live stream here. My sister-in-law, Darrell Barnes, Baker Barnes, has now come in. Singa. Okay. Let's go to here. All right, now let's get. There we go. All right. So I'm sorry. I had to rasterize these layers in order to get rid of it. Like, what is he talking about? Okay. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna select all these layers here. I'm gonna see if I can rasterize them all at once. Rasterize. Yes. Thank God. I was like, oh God, I'll be doing this for the next hour. All right, so we go here, click outside, done. Click outside, whoops, Command D, done. Got that. Here, Command D. Go outside this. Yeah, this is a really, really convenient way to get stuff, get drawings, right? And then actually, in a lot of ways, you don't actually have to draw anything. You just use the actual render that you have. It's certainly what you would have to do if you were, doing a matte painting or something, which is the way I tend to work with this type of stuff. All right, go here. Now we're gonna go here. Okay, got it. Command D. Let's keep going. Whoa, the dog, is he barking because he wants to go out and pee? I don't know. Why are you barking, man? All right. All right, we go here. See, I'm deleting these backgrounds so that they are pure vehicles. And of course, I'm going to do some modification because all these cars are in a flood. What is going on with you, buddy?
I can't go play with you right now. You could go, but I can't go out.
Okay. All right, turn that off. We're going here. Bam. Command D. Going here. There we go. And this is the Corvette, I think. I think I'm going to use that Corvette for sure. Whoops. Oh, what happened? Oh, sorry, wrong layer. There we go. Bam, that Corvette is gone. We'll go here. And I knew I took out multiple variants of the Corvette. Now, I could sit here and try to play around with that Corvette, but I think what I'm going to do, should I spend the time even trying to position? Yes, let's just do it just to be safe. Just to be safe. Right? Even though I don't think this Corvette is not as iconic as the other one. Right, Command D. And Jiffy Lube. Okay. So we're going to go to the Jiffy Lube right here. We're going to position this Jiffy Lube right there in the back. And I'm going to move it up here so I can get more car in there. All right, that's the auto body shop right there. Great. Fantastic. So we're going to make sure that is in the middle. Yes, right there. Maybe up a little bit higher. Right there. Well, not, yeah, right about there. There we go. Okay. Yes. All right, so we got that there. Jiffy Lube. We're going to call this Auto Body Shop. Not ship, shop, man. Okay, we got it. All right, let's check. Haven't checked in a while in the. Okay, live streaming. Everything is going good. Stream seems to be good. It's peaking a little bit. I don't mind that. Substack. Oh my God, Substack. Let me not jinx Substack. Be quiet, buddy. All right. All right. Now we got LinkedIn. LinkedIn is still rocking. So happy to see that. Facebook is a rocking. Kick is a rocket. Twitch is a rocket. Okay, great. This is amazing. I'm very, very happy with that. All righty. So we're going to keep doing what we're doing. Again, I do this because I love the process of drawing this stuff out. I'm sorry. We need to go here. There we go. One thing about that Corvette here that I have here, this Corvette here, I don't know. But you know what? Let's remove that. Let's remove this and see what happens. Command D. Okay, now, so we have our auto body shop. The car, if it was gonna be there, would be like this. Command T. Hold down Shift if you want a uniform. That would be like that. And in a sense, I would almost say this car would be bigger. Yes. Like that. But, we got to be careful with taking up too much space. Right there is good. See that? Now, that's if I go with this car. But let's go, yeah. I don't know, people. I don't know. I do not know. Whoops. And even though I didn't raise that, oh, that actually looks a little bit better there. Sort of. Huh. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. Let me delete this one. Don't need that layer. There. I'm going to move the auto body shop up here. Turn that one there. We'll get rid of that one. Now, here's the other moment of truth here. Command T. Hold down Shift. And we could do that. We could do that. That is interesting to do. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit, the angle on that is wrong. But that's okay. Let me just hold this for a second. All right, this might be the one. I think this is the one here. Yes, that is definitely the one. Yep. That is definitely the one. We need that kind of iconic Corvette vibe happening. Right there. Okay, great. I'm going to save this blue one. Oops. Go to Clip Studio Paint. I'm going to save this blue one here. My daughter has gotten on me about narrating my drawing stuff. She's like, why? No one wants to sit up and do that. And she might be right. What can I say? My daughter's very smart. There we go. Right there. Okay, good. Now we need the truck. Nope. We'll get rid of that one. Okay. That's good. That's a Jiffy Lube. All right. I think, because I'm willing to commit here, I'm going to get rid of these guys because it's time to get rid of them. All right. Delete there. Okay, great. So we got the Corvette here. We call it Corvette. Corvette. Auto Body Shop, which I will move up here all the way to near the top right there because we got a bunch of cars in here that we can show. Excuse me. So we've got, oops, keep picking up the wrong one. So that Corvette there's pretty good. All right, here, that's a truck. All right, let me, I think this truck here might work best. Let's go here. Because I didn't want to get a truck that was necessarily bigger, too much bigger than the Corvette. Yeah, that's interesting. Ah, the problem is that that is proportionally, it's a little weird. I mean, not terrible, but maybe I need to shift that angle a bit. Let's go. Nope. Well, hang on. Hang on. Hang on a second now. Hang on a sec. Ah, maybe this is it. See, because again, we want all the vehicles pointing inward. Yes. There we go. Right there. That's kind of cool. I can live with that. Can I live with that? Yes. Like that. Let's bring that down in size. Right there. And the Corvette, I'm going to bring down in size as well. Okay, cool. Now, let's see. Got that. Turn this off. That's interesting. That is very interesting. I'm going to turn these off 1 second here. We want to go take a look at, what is this guy up here? Is that guy? No, that's the auto body shop. Ah. T. Right there. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, that might work. That might work, and I'll show you why it might work. Let's move both of these guys here over here. Yep. Let's shrink these guys down just a smidgen. Right there. Okay. Now, so we've got the cars in there pretty much. We could move them down even farther if we wanted to. Well, maybe up because I want the hands to come in and not be kind of too much of an issue. Okay, I'm going to make an executive decision again. I'm going to get rid of these guys. Yes, because I want them gone. I want them gone. Because the thing is I could sit here and debate different variations of this stuff forever, and it would take a century to get through everything, and I don't want to do that. I kind of like want to, okay, this is good. There. Okay, we'll get, yeah, that's cool. That's even better right there. All right, let's see here. Get rid of that one. Eat. All right, we want to go here. We're going to enlarge this one. Okay, yep. All right, here. Yes, Maxima. I'm going to move that Maxima right down here. Command T. There we go. See, that can be out of the screen there a little bit. That's okay. Now, you remember I was getting these cars and put them up at different angles. Okay, that's good. Huh. Hang on. Let's go Command T. Yep. There we go. Right there. Okay, great. Fantastic. Now that means we can get rid of this one here. Let's see here. We're going to go here. Let's see here. There we go. We got the Escalade here. Escalade is cool. We're going to put that Escalade right there. Hey, man, what's up?
What's up?
And actually, see, that's kind of interesting, that Escalade being right there. Kind of like that idea. All right, let's go here. That dog's barking, man.
Hey.
He's fine. Doggy is fine, man. Okay, go here, here. All right, now we need this one. Ah, there we go. It's the Jeep Cherokee.
Whose day is it to feed pets?
Okay, here. Yeah, that's a little bit better actually. Yep, we're gonna get rid of this one. And I think this one here, that works better. Not as much distortion. So see, we can do that. That's pretty good right there. Now let's go here to this one here. Charger? Yes. Watch this. This charger is going to be behind the Escalade, and we're going to have it go right behind here, like that. Yes. So now we can take the Escalade and the charger, boom, right there. Yep. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. We now need another mix and smattering of, whoops. Go right here. Whoops. That's wrong. Right here? Yes. Okay, right there. We're going to make this car here a little bit smaller. Right? Because it's supposed to, trying to get that foreshortening happening. There. Okay, got that. We got this truck here, which will be good. Your truck, I think. Okay, and this will be all right here. I think. Oh, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll make the truck. There we go, like that. Okay, good. Now, so we have this. Now we need this here. Ah, the truck. Here's where it gets interesting. I think, watch this, guys. And take this here. And take this here. And we're going to move these guys right over here. Yes. Now we're going to take the truck. And we're going to move the truck all the way up here. And that truck will be underwater for sure. Right about there. Okay, that's good. Now, so we've got our layout here. It's pretty good. Let's see here. Let's go to, it is now 7:01 Eastern Standard Time. We're working on our poster for the play called The Popes of Farragut Street. not bad. Let's see here. So I'm feeling pretty good the way this is, but hold on, let's do this. I'm gonna rotate this slightly. Yeah. And then we're gonna rotate the Corvette slightly. Yep.
You gotta get rid of the stuff that you no longer want. And you gotta start with the clothes, move to the toys.
Okay.
You gotta kind of purge the stuff that you don't want. You gotta follow a system for keeping your room organized. And that, like, you can't avoid those steps.
Like, should I like clean my room once every 2 days?
Yes.
Because I don't want to have to clean my room every
And
single day.
no, and if you, how do I say it? If you start working on just some kind of system where you're not putting stuff all over the floor all the time, you won't have to do quite so much. Just like the dishes, we try to do them every day. They're about 30 minutes, but we have to do them so there's not but so much, and we keep the system going. You gotta kind of do that with your room. And because it doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter what you put in your room that's pretty. If your room's always a mess because clothes are all over the place and toys are all over the place and books all over the floor and snot tissue is all around, you're never gonna have the nice room that you want. It doesn't matter what kind of nice furniture you get if your room is nasty and dirty and messy and stuff is all over the place. So you gotta get used to some systems of putting things away, cleaning, do your laundry once a week. If you do it once a week, there won't be 4 or 5 loads of it because how many clothes you wear in a week? Like, you go to school with a uniform. I don't really even see how you got as many clothes as you have. You wear a uniform.
Yeah, but I don't want to have to wear the same exact variation of the uniform every single day.
Okay.
Like, Mom, if you had a uniform for teachers at your school, would you want to have to wear the same button-down shirt in school
Well, that's true. But
every
still,
single day?
after a week, you ain't gonna have but so many clothes. There's only 5 outfits you gonna wear at the most.
10.
You wear 2 outfits a day.
I go to school in uniform. I come home.
And you should throw on that. You can wear that all week. Throw on a t-shirt or
Well,
something.
that's gross.
I do. I do.
We can tell.
I just go home. I put on the same thing every day.
That's not a good system.
Oh, it's too late, guys. They already know your hygiene and stuff. What are you talking about? All right. All right.
That's gross.
It's all right. It's okay. At least it's, what most people would see is they see a mom working to parent her child. That is what they see. All right, there we go. This here and that one. So here and
Okay,
here.
who's opening up different boxes of pasta?
I don't open these.
Why do we have different boxes open?
I don't use pasta. I don't use pasta.
Instead of just finishing one box.
I don't need that. Then I haven't cooked
All
this
right,
at all. Actually, since
Okay.
like June.
All right, so we've got it. So now I feel good about that. We're going to commit here. We're going to duplicate this one more time. Wait, is this wrong? Duplicate one more time, right? And now I'm going to do a merge selected layers. So now this is all on the same layer, right? Now I'm going to go to Command U.
Huh? Is Solo in the house?
And I'm going to desaturate this. Whoa. Yes. I want to desaturate so everything is gold. Right? Because we want this to have a certain kind of, well, maybe a slight desaturation. Like, yeah, like that. That'll work. Okay, good. Now, just checking my streams. The streams seem to be going well. Substack, don't touch Substack. Leave it alone. All right, so we got that. We got this here. Okay, 133 Art has mentioned me and others in a poster.
Mom, are you considering that? Maybe.
Maybe.
It would be cool to go dumplings with him this weekend.
Okay, boom. Okay, doing their work. No worries or sweat. All right, kicks going well. YouTube went out on me yesterday, which was really interesting. That I did not expect to see. And Facebook, of course, is still going strong. Okay, good. Now, let's see here. Now what we're gonna do. Here we go. Moment of truth. So I'm gonna turn this off here. I'm gonna leave the auto body shop here. An auto body shop should actually be behind the cars, because the cars are actually in front of that. Here's where we go. Let's turn the cars off here. Go right here. We're going to take this. All right, here we go. We're now going to get a shape. And that shape, I'm going to draw this out here. Now the way I have this here, the reason why I like that auto body shop is because it has open things where the cars come through the carports. And so that reads as an auto body shop. So I'm going to do this here. I'm going to try to, whoops, Command D, whoops, Command D. Okay. But when we draw this, we want to sort of draw this as a straighter line. There we, whoops. Why am I doing that? Because I keep picking the wrong object. There we go. All right, let's turn our cars on here. Now, I'm going to use AI to render out my water here. And I'll show you why. It's because I'm looking for a certain type of look. Okay, I don't know what that means. Someone just sent me something here. Always interesting messages I receive that I likely will never respond to. Go here. All right, so we got the water here, see? Put this here. Yeah, this is gonna work. It's gonna work. Right there. And you guys will see how this comes together after a bit. And here. Then we'll go here. All right, then we'll go around that part there. Yep. Now, I haven't worked on the comment in a little bit because I got sidetracked. Not sidetracked, that's the wrong word. I had to do this other job which had come up. And I was finally been given permission to show it. I work with a hip hop scholar by the name of Manny Faces. He's a really brilliant dude. And the thing that was fascinating was that he put on a TED Talk. And that TED Talk was freaking awesome. And he sent me an image from the TED Talk event. I'll actually show the images now. Let's see here. No. Yes. Here we go. Watch this. Look at that. Let's see if we can zoom into this. Can we zoom into this? Yes. So that image in the background was one that I did for Manny, and I'm very proud to have done this because I like my work. When my work is moving beyond the comics medium, but it's still comics, right? Because it's why I'm not some huge major hip hop guy. I'm not. But doing the graphic history of hip hop, just like I've done other hip hop imagery over the course of my career, has made me better because I can deploy what I learned from that, put it into my regular work. But this was cool because I did a TED Talk about 10 years ago. So this was a great opportunity to do a TED Talk for a dude who's getting it done, and I hope to be interviewing with him soon. He'll be interviewing me. We'll probably discuss the process of putting this thing together, and I'll be showing you guys how I did. I'll just give you a quick preview of that. Let's go to Manny's images. Here it is. So I use all these different grid images to generate. Let me make sure I'm not talking and people not seeing the screen. That would be embarrassing. Okay. So I just got a bunch of different images that I could use, right? And I conform these drawings to this here. So this is a drawing I did, right? Let's go here, right? And once I got it, I actually rendered it out in AI, and then from there, I did a paint over. See? Now this subway train, I actually take a 3D model and warp it, and then add the graffiti and the clouds. So this was a lot of fun to do. See, there's even animation in this. Very proud to have done this work, because I think it's part of the work that I do. And then this was the big crescendo. And of course these images started out like this. Sketches. This is how we go from the sketches. We know what we're doing, and then they eventually turn into that kind of thing, which was awesome. So that drawing there turned into that. It's one of the great things AI is good for, is providing rendering. But then we had to sequence, which would be like this, which deployed here for remix. So that is what the image was I showed you from. So he had to sequence here that would start with a futuristic city, and then the words would come up, right? Remix. And then the sun. So I took that stuff. This is Manny here. His huge hip hop head. And let's see, what else did I do here? There it is. Remember I gone over it. Here it is. So this is ultimately what that became. It became this. That's the city. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun to do that. Let's go here to the big screen. So yeah, very proud of this work. I'm sure. Hey, what's up, girl?
I take these.
Thank you. My niece is taking my used teacups because it is her day to wash the dishes, and she's overjoyed to do those household chores, isn't she?
No.
Okay, guess not. All right, so anyway, there we go. See? And I love this kind of animation stuff. I think there's applications for this, frankly, for online storytelling. I mean, there really is. You just look at it. It's just keyframes. Of course, I am curious of one thing, however. I am curious of one thing. I wonder... Nah, I won't do that now. Well, could I do that? Hold on. Let's see one thing here. Just playing around, just goofing around. Bear with me, because we're at 7:16 here. I'll probably end up going to like maybe 8. But let's see here. What happens if... Let's see, we're going to minimize that. We're going to go to... Nope. Yes, runway. And this here is where I actually played around with the animation for our company, Bubblegum and Tape. It's pretty good. I like it. I like the way it looks. Feels fun, light, friendly. It's pretty good. Anyway, so we go here. Now let's go to new session. All right, and we want to generate video. Oh, hold on. Let's go to our dashboard here. I'm going to start a session, which will, yes. Now, we want to go to the one that has keyframes in it. Previous models. 2 keyframes. I want to have 3 keyframes. That's the one we want. Okay? So now, I want to drag and drop these things in here. Let's see what happens. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go, let's see, we want the city blank without the heads in there. Where would those be? Let's see. And you know, I asked why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because it's fun to do. Okay? Okay, it's fun to do. All right? Let's see here. We need the city without the words and without the heads. All right. Dag nabbity nab nab. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this one and go right there. Okay, we got that one. Good there, and then we're going to go here. I swear to God, I rendered out that city without the skyline, but I can always go back to that. You can always go back, man. Always go back. Oh, this might do. This could do. Let's see here. We go here. Because that is the city. That is the city. Yeah, but that's the sketch city. I want the real straight up rendered city with the lights and everything in there. Might have to. All right, let's go here anyway. Oh, this thing is so oversized, it's ridiculous. Oh yeah, that's not gonna work. This is too big. So I would have to reduce this down in size for it. Okay, we'll try that. I'll try to do something with that tomorrow. I'm always constantly having to play around with these tools with AI because I think it's so essential to what we're doing here. See? Go here. That right there. And now I'm going to bring that, drop that down there to here. Let's make that thin right there because we don't want the water to be so heavy, right? There we go. Yep. Ah, man, I love doing this. It's fun. It comes together. I just got to get the background ready first. And then I think I'm going to use the whole silhouette motif. I think it's very good when I use the silhouette motif. It's a very effective way. There we go. Now, we'll have a city behind there as well. But for right now, I would say this is our water. Now, we're now going to erase the bottom of the cars. And what time is it? It is now 7:21, so we're making great time. We're going to do this a hard erasure. See? All right. So we want, again, we want this to look like it's flooded. See? We could even take the Corvette here. I don't want to do too much damage on the Corvette. Well, we want to do enough damage. What am I talking about here? See? So that Corvette is now underwater. Yeah, right? But it's still got its basic lines above. Right? Yeah, see, that's pretty cool there. I like that. All right. Now, we can erase around here. See? See these cars. And so I can adjust the line, the perspective line to make it appear that these cars are all, you know, in proportion to one another. See? Watch this. See? I can do that, and the car is literally tilted to the side like that. So it's almost like it's kind of capsized slightly. See? And I can go here. Watch this. See this? See? These are the type of things that you can do. So now that angle there gives the impression, right? See? See what's happening? Now these cars are appearing to be submerged. You take this one here, and because that's a little bit farther away, I'll do, see that? See how that now makes it look like it's even far. Now this Jeep here, watch this. Watch how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go here. That Jeep is a little bit elevated due to the wheels on it. Now I'm gonna go here, see? Yep. And then I can take the truck. See? That's pretty good. Now watch this. I'm gonna go here. This truck is not as submerged, but it's submerged enough. Right? Now, want to go to the auto body shop. Here's where it gets interesting. So we want to go in here like this. And go right off in that section there, right? We want to remove some of the interior of it, and then we want to go on the front and want that all the way up at the door, like so. See? And we can erase this here. See? There we go. Now I like that. That's kind of hot. That's kind of hot. I like that. Okay. So I like this here. That's pretty good. I'm going to get rid of the backing image here. But one thing I do want to do is I'm going to probably go here. Now I could paint. There's a part of me that wants to keep this colored the same way. The vehicle should be the same way. However, I have a thought. Let's go here. We're going to take this. We're going to paint over this. Hey man, what's up? It's my brother, Jim. Going to shut down here in a few minutes because I think it's time to shut down very soon. We're painting out the Jiffy Lube sign because we don't want to run into any quirky legal matters. What's that, man?
These are blue chips. We're gonna go get some to eat. Let's see that.
Okay, all right, cool. Oh, to go to Stone Mountain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go get some to eat.
Okay.
Let them eat that 'cause that ain't a whole lot there.
Okay, cool. We can do that. All right.
Is it all right?
Okay. Let's see. We want to go here to eraser.
I don't know if we. Yeah, I think he did. But he knocked out.
If Cole didn't eat his chips and I'm being the best friend, do I have permission to take it?
Cole gave you lunches and lunches of cookies.
What?
Yes.
He gave me 3 out of 12.
All right. So there we go. Okay, so I'm liking this. I'm just going here erasing a little bit around the cars, a little bit more. There we go. There we go. All right. Not too much. Didn't want to do too much damage to them. Okay. So I think it's good. Now, here's the one thing I do want to do. So let's say we got these colors, but we want to change the colors from the typical colors. It's pretty good. Let's change it a little bit. What if we went, well, let me right click this. I'm going to duplicate that layer. Now I'm going to just get Command U. But here what I'm going to do, wait, Command U. Okay, hang on. So I'm, oh, because it had 2 layers. All right. Now I don't want to change everything. I won't change the saturation, but I will change the hue. Ah, that's interesting. So as I'm changing the color, notice the gray is staying the same. We don't want green because the water is going to be kind of green. Interesting. Purple. Okay, that's pretty good. I can live with that. I didn't change it much, but I changed it enough. Now let's go here, Command U. We want to go with more saturation. Oh, ooh, right there. Okay, and let's do levels. You'll see what I'm doing here in a moment. Tonal. Want to go level correction. So watch this. And the reason why I want to go to level correction here is because it will allow me to adjust. See, that's pretty good. But I think what I want to do, nope, want to get the darks happening more. Not too much more. Okay, great. And keep in mind, there's going to be an overlay on top of this. Now, I don't like that truck. I think that truck, now that I'm looking at the big 18-wheeler, the 18-wheeler should be bigger. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this. I'm going to go around that 18-wheeler because I want something breaking the horizon line. Yes. Okay. Been asked to zoom into one of my buddy's classes. It's cool. I'm going to reply to him. Let's see here. We're going to say yes, I can. However, I will be in LA for Umoja Con a day or 2 later and can come in person as well.
Break.
Alternatively, up to you. Also, I found I bought the, what's this, tone brushes that I was missing at the rest already. All right, so we got that. So that's pretty good there. I like that. I like that. It's pretty good. Let's see here. You know what? We're going to make this truck should even be, because this truck is like at least the size. It's huge. So I think I'm going to take this here. I need to move that truck up a little bit more, but over, like that. I just want a little bit of faded car there. Okay, because I'll put other cars in here as well. All right. So now we want to go here. Want to take our brush and go here with a bigger brush. Whoops. Right there. All right. Okay, good. So I like this. We will call this for now done. All right, it is 7:32. I think it is time to shut down. We've been going streaming today for several hours. Ah. Okay, just type in your messages. Yeah. So let's see where our streaming is. Instagram, how you guys doing? True to Art 2. True to Art UK, how you doing? Thank you for having joined in for a second there. Live streaming on YouTube is still rocking and rolling. Okay, Substack. LinkedIn. Hello, LinkedIners. Got a Facebook happening. Facebook is always happening. Kick. It's happening. I'm liking the way this poster is looking here. Okay, I have all these people trying to join into my live stream on Twitch. I don't feel safe about that. Anyway, so we got this here. Let's go here. All right, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you. We're going to try to finish this tonight, but if not, it'll be tomorrow morning. I think we're going to be all right. It requires work and effort to put it together. I should probably save that. What do you think? Oh, not this. I should probably save my poster, the poster here. Should probably save that. What do you think? Okay, there we go. We got it saved. Now, with that, live drawing with Tim Fielder. We are on Wednesday. We're past the hump day. We're going into Thursday and Friday. I am in a little bit about to head out and make my transition over to Stone Mountain. Probably going to get something to eat first, and then we do it. How long did we stream today? It appears that we streamed for... How long did we stream? 2 hours and 38 minutes, which is pretty good. I prefer the 4-hour streaming days, but I've been getting started a little bit later. But like I said, I always try to start between 3 and 4:30, 3:30 and 4:30, right off in there. But to make sure I do it every day. Unless something's come up. Alien Earth is gone, so there's no need to have to jump off unless I got something else going. You guys are awesome. I love doing live streams. I love drawing. Or let me say, there have been points where I haven't loved drawings, but I have enjoyed this much more than normal. Because I'm getting stuff done, and I love doing it. There's only one thing I'm thinking about before I leave here. This is cheating, but I don't care. Let's go here to that. Now what we're going to do, we're going to do this. We're going to take that, it's right there. We're going to do it right there. Kind of crazy cloud thing happening. There we go. So I want this kind of crazy cloud formation happen there. Right? Like the storm just passed. Right? I'm sorry, it just hit me, and I think you guys might like how I do this. Because, again, one of the things that I use AI for is I will actually draw out my elements and then use it to have me to allow rendering to come along into the process. All right, we got that there. Now, so here will be the sun right behind the auto body shop. Like so. Okay. Now, here is where the moment not the moment of truth, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go here, down there, here, click down here. And this is the sign for the auto body shop. A little bit of stuff here. Let's go to like a gray here. That'll be good. All right, now I'm going to take this thing here, a little bit of stuff on top. And then we'll actually put something on the side here as well. And then here, I think that's pretty good. And then I'll just put a little bit of box here on there. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, now I can now take my darker tone here, a little side there, here, there we go. Then we're just going to go in a little bit of shadow here, a little bit of shadow right there. Yep, that's pretty good. All right, now here's where we're going to take our sign here. Put this right here. Got the kind of religious images here. And we're going to put in a sign. That sign is going to be like this. And that's going to be a kind of a clear sign like so. There we go. I know I said I was going to shut down, but you know how it happens. Sometimes it hits you when you're about to make your transition outward. Okay. Okay. Now let's erase right off in here. Here. Whoops. There. There we go. And there. Make that a little bit thinner. Right there. Yes. So that symbol on that store is like that. We can go here. Whoops. Let's hit the X. Yep. Here we go. Okay, great. So that's this right here. I like this. Now, here's the thing that's interesting. I'm interested in seeing what this will do just to this image as it is. So I can then, if it gives me a render I can work with, I can then paint over that image, right? Meaning I could do this and then go in and paint the whole thing. I could, which I probably will do. But I could also do this. Let's take this. We're going to export individual layer here. We're going to say Pope's Farragut AI. Right? Big image. We know it's going to fit right in the pocket. No worries. We got it. Now, we're going to go to VizCom here. And just see what will happen here. See here. Oh, no. That's not the one we want. We want this. Whoa, right here is the one we want. Okay, let's go to VizCom. Remember we had done a little work with Hi-John Conqueror, which I love. Back to Workspace. Now we're going to create a new file. And we're going to start in Studio. And now we're going to drag and drop this image here. There we go. Drag and drop right there. Bam, we got it. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to hit describe, and let's see what it does for us here. Let's see if it knows. See, multiple partially submerged vehicle with glossy metallic paint from front center gray convertible and red sedan surrounded by rippling floodwater. Distant gas station canopy, low frontal perspective. Ah. Okay. We got that. Okay. That's good. But now what we want to do at the bottom is we want to say post storm sky with sunset. Hazy and sunny, cinematic and photoreal. All right, let's see what happens here. Here we go. This will be fascinating to see. Wow. Holy smokes-a-roni. Holy smokes-a-roni, buddy. So you see, this is what I'm talking about. Now, that's not perfect, but that's not bad. That is not bad. That gives us something to work with. Now, I kind of like the sky there. I like some things. We're going to add that. Go here. Oh, now that's interesting. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. That's interesting. But I like the sky there too. Sky there is cool. Oh, no, it's a little bit, the water's too bright. That is the one. Amazing. Ah, man, I know people. I know AI, you should just go in and paint it yourself. But why bother when I can do this type of stuff and then go in and paint after? I do my drawing, I go in, it takes the elements I need, I go in and I paint on top. You see what I'm saying? That's what, because now this is not finished. That is not complete. This is not good. This gets me 50% of the way. Right? It gets me 50% of the way. That's the objective. Gets me 50% of the way. But let me try this though. We can say stormy sky. Dark, stormy sky with intermittent sunset. All right, now I'm adding in a different environment, right? I want to change it, see what happens in stormy. Not that I'll use it, I may use elements of it, particularly if the sky is really dramatic. Because ultimately I'll paint over this, I'll add things to it, and I'm probably going to put a filter on top of it to make all the color more monotone. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, now that's very interesting. Let's add that in there. I like the cars. I like how the cars look. Let's add that. Nope. All right, with that, I had fun doing that. We will use some of the elements from this. We will name this. Oops. A Farragut Street AI. We got it there. So that's good. So we'll put those things on top. We'll start integrating the characters in. That's interesting, but more things we could use for it. I could add that on there as well, just because there's something about off in this sun section, how the light kind of reflects off the water. That might be kind of interesting. All right, with that, guys, thank you so much. It's Tim Fielder with Live Drawing with Tim Fielder. Guess what's going to happen tomorrow? I'll be back again unless the internet falls apart over my parents' house. You know, they might not have the fastest internet. Anyway, I hope they do. If they do, then we can rock and roll. Take care. Love one another. Love blah 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 blah. Love one another. Treat each other well. Be kind to each other because Lord knows we need more and more of that every day. Remember, it's not fair. It's physics. It's not fair. It's physics. Have a good day. See you guys tomorrow.